Good morning. How's pretty good. What's happening? Okay, no, I'm sorry, I didn't know if this was happening. However, I forgot that I was playing something on my phone. And I am running a little behind because I'm still figuring out this whole situation um, around tech. And um, Yeah. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for bearing with me. And the good thing is this is recorded, so you can watch this at any other time that's more convenient for you, but this is not. But yeah, welcome to Pranayama practice with Tammy or Zammy. Um, I desire to share this practice with everyone because breath work is essential. Breathing is essential. Breathing is fundamental. And pranayama literally means life force and the control of our life force. So when we're conscious and when we're present and when we are aware of our breath, we are controlling our life force energy. And uh, I am currently sitting on the ground with my legs. They can be crossed. My legs are in a specific position where they're not on top of each other. My right leg is in front of my left leg, but the knees are bent. So it's almost like they are crossed, but they're not on top. And I am sitting on a pillow to help elevate my hips off the ground. I try to sit like this most of the time and have my knees be below my hips if possible. Obviously, we're all in different places in our lives and our timeline, so do what makes you feel comfortable. You don't have to be sitting down, although sometimes breath work can be pretty intense on the body, especially if it's new. So sitting down can be helpful just to make sure there's no accidents, any of those risks, basically. I'm going to repeat the same breath work exercises that I did last time, which come from different backgrounds of mine. Partly, for example, we will go through box breathing, which is known to also really help when you feel anxious. But basically, there's a count to it, and this one I specifically learned through Yoga for Youth, which is a nonprofit based out of LA in California, which it was originally intended and still has, I think, similar intentions, but it has expanded from what I get from what I've learned. But it was to help at-risk youth, and also a really good comment on that was aren't all youth at risk today. So everything I do is, I would say, family oriented in the sense of all ages. I'm trying to always include, from newborn to even before that, obviously, to, all of the life into old age. I try to keep that in mind of everything I do. And of course, being who I am and being human, I hold space that I can always do better. So if you have any feedback, please let me know through this process or any other experiences that you've had. But yeah, so we'll be doing box breathing, which is really helpful for also if you're experiencing anxiety. We'll also practice alternate nostril breathing, which is also called Nadi Shodhana. My Sanskrit is not that great, but it is practice. And Alternate nostril breathing is really good for balance. And so we'll be literally alternating nostrils, breathing in and breathing in and out of the different nostrils, switching that up. And as we begin, we'll be doing just general deep awareness conscious breathing. So that is breathing into your stomachs. And sometimes it might help to put your hand on your belly as you breathe in, breathe out. Make sure you're clearing that air from your body. And as you inhale and exhale, just think of, as deep as you can go, obviously filling up the belly, but if you can even think about it going down to your toes. And as I breathe, a lot of times I notice my breath, I have this desire to move, to stretch. There's some points that maybe, especially upon waking up, are a little achy. So just doing what we can to take care of ourselves. I empower you to, you know, feel, to be present with your body, to address what it needs. If you need some water, drink some water. If you need to light an incense or something, do what you gotta do. Continue breathing if you're not already, breathing deeply into your belly, up, down, toes. Hmm. I am also waking up. Hmm. Oh, yes, and I'm going to do some Om to help me wake up, to breathe life into this moment, connect us all together, life and spirit. Om. I think I might share this other breathing technique called hummingbird. Um, oh, I don't have the name. Oh, yes, hummingbird breath, baramari. I love this one. Um, so once I was mean, I like thought of this breath. It's one of my favorites. So we will put our thumb and plug our ear, but before we do that, we are also going to put our pinky below our lip, like on our chin almost. Is this whole thing a chin or is it just this part of chin? I don't know, but under here. And then our ring fingers above our lip, our middle fingers on our nose, and our pointer fingers on our eyelids. So, and then we'll plug our ears with our thumbs. And then when we do this all, we breathe in and then we so the exhale sounds like a humming bee because what you're doing is you're going you're like saving that inside yourself. Your mouth is closed, it's not open. And so what this is supposed to do is calm the mind, reduce stress, which is why I really like it because anything that calms me, I always love. And obviously, less stress is great. Mm. Mm. It's almost like this high that I get from doing this. Mm. 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 I hope that felt good for you. Feel free to let me know how it made you feel. Mm. Yeah, it's not always one that I do, like, in public because you are kind of, like, very obvious, and it can be loud, but if you're just, like I don't know, if you have a car, you're in your car, you can do it. If you go outside real quick during your break, instead of smoking, if you wanna if you wanna take a different inhalation, um, uh, I don't wanna become, like, one of those whatever, but also, like, please stop smoking cigarettes. If you are gonna smoke tobacco, roll your own. Tobacco is actually an herb that has been used indigenously. It's very ancient of an herb in that sense, and it is an herb that carries our prayers, which is why people do smoke it so often. However, the industry, which we are all trying to break away from, which I'm trying to break away from, which I should break away from because ultimately, if we all truly desire for freedom, we desire to break away from industry because industry is in the wrong direction. I'm not gonna say that I just got muted while talking about that, but anyways, um, um, it said my mic got unplugged, and I was like, let's change the what I said. Yes, so yeah, I recommend just getting tobacco and rolling it yourself. You have way more control of what you are putting into your body, and because it's not full of chemicals, it's healthier and it's more pure, right? And so the prayers that you desire are going to be a lot stronger. Um, it's going to be heard a lot easier too because there's more clarity. Um, anyways, also when it comes to smoking, while I learned from watching a video of these Rasta men talking about it, but it really made me think because my body was already releasing this desire to smoke. Um, my body felt desperate, and I haven't smoked. I've been working to actively like not smoke since October of last year, but then I kind of was smoking between February, March, and April, uh, and then stopped again. Um, and I don't think I'm not against smoking when it's like a pure herb and it's very intentional and, almost like ritualistic and ceremonial. Um, but smoking just because, I will say there is something to the sharing that is so beautiful, and that's the ritual, and that's the ceremony. And, we are trying to create that for ourselves all the time in an environment that can be very constricting. And this is why, ultimately I've seen breathing circles because of just the times that we live in. Like, we gotta move with the times if we want to be making certain changes that are, breath is revolutionary in that sense, and having full control of our breath, knowing how to work it, knowing these different practices. Again, I recommend working with different people, learning from different teachers, because everyone has their own skill set, their own perspective, um, and of course, techniques. I know that what I've learned come from, I shared about yoga for you, which is a Kundalini yoga practice, trauma informed practice. And then I also learned breath work from Raikotha. She's a yogi out in India, and she taught me Shakti and Hatha yoga. So those are my styles of infusion into also just my own practices. Um, so eventually, this will most likely shift into a wider yogic practice, but for now, breath is so fundamental and so sacred and so important to practice first and foremost. So, showed y'all the hummingbird breath. Um, Make sure you keep count. There is an importance to the amount of time to do something. Specifically, this time I practiced it 8 times. Um, Specifically in my situation, it was because of, it is abundance, it is also infinite. So I was practicing it with that intention. Another form of breath work that can help with anxiety is the box breathing. So I'm going to count four. And so when we breathe in, we count to four, and then we hold it, count to four, then we exhale, count of four, hold, count of four, and then we do that again. And so it's like a box basically because you can see it as breathing 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of like this concept of a box. So, obviously I'll be counting at the very beginning, then I'll stop counting for a little bit and just be doing it. Um, but, if you're doing it yourself, obviously you don't have to be out loud in any way. No one has to really know. No one usually knows, right? What it is you're breathing pattern wise. So if you're just out and about and you're just in your head, right? 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Right? You can't really tell. So, anyways, I will count us for a few times, and then I will just be doing it a few times. Um, so, yes. Now, hold metronome with my hand. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. I'm thinking it's too fast. Let me start over. Okay. Okay. Inhale, 2, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4. Hold, 2, 4. 2, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale or hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So our last but not least for the exercise will be the alternate nostril breathing. None of these should done. So our hands, I use my right hands, will have the pointer down and the middle finger down, and the thumb will be out as well as the ring finger and pinky finger. If I remember correctly, the thumb is earth, pinky is water, and ring is fire. Let me just double check this. Okay, so I thought I was wrong. The thumb is actually fire, and the ring finger is actually earth, which is interesting because it's the ring finger. Engagement, wedding rings, in at least Western American culture, on the ring finger, which is earth, which gives me maybe like, yeah, it's like that. Actually, we're married on this earth type. Anyways, so yes, Jala, kinki is water, Prithvi, ring finger is earth, and thumb, Agni is fire. So we have water, earth, and fire, and we hold our, for me at least, it might be different for man bodies, but to put your thumb on your right nostril first, breathing in from the left. And the reason why I say that is because I have learned from different sources over time um, that for a female body, and I understand that there are different types of bodies, there's not only female and male. However, in the context of this, I only know it in the context of female and male bodies, so I'm not entirely sure. But this is where, you know, you know yourself, and I trust that you choose what is best for you. There's times where I, for example, I'm not going to get into it because it's not connected to breathwork, so never mind. But for the female body, what I have learned is the left side is the receiving side. And as we know, feminine energy as well is receiving. So on the other side is giving. The male side, I guess, masculine side, I mean, male side. But so what can happen is, if you are to look into any wounds or triggers, the left side as a female body. I need to give myself a bit. But for the sake of education, the left side of my body, I have seen the ways that triggers and certain wounds and the way I hold myself on this side is very much connected to the wounds I have connected to my mother. And so there's a lot here, and ancestral generational wounds are wound hold a lot as well, right? This side, I have noticed how it's connected to the side of my father, and there's definitely, you know, all the things, but we are all able to heal. Um, we all have the ability to expand. This is my belief. We can move forward as a whole, as a unit, and as a collective, as bodies of individuals, a body of individuals. Um, so yeah, for I would say probably for a female body, you would start inhaling. This is what my teacher taught me about that. You start and end with your left nostril always. So To show, we plug our right, inhale out of our left, plug our left, inhale out of our right, inhale right, plug right, exhale left, inhale left, plug left, exhale right, inhale right, plug right, exhale left, inhale left, plug left, exhale right, inhale right, plug right, exhale left, All right. I hope that felt good for you. Alternate nostril breathing, as you may guess, should help balance the energies of the body and mind as you're going between sides to make it balanced. Focus on one, focus on the other, focus on the other, focus on one. So that is all the practices I'm sharing today. I'm really grateful for everyone that joined either live or watching this recording. I will be continuing to host this every Monday morning and Wednesday morning, although I am slowly moving to the possibility of doing this every day and potentially even earlier. But for now, we're going to do this so I can get into the digital live streaming aspect of it, get that down, so that I can be able to come every day and then eventually probably shift to an earlier timeline. 7 o'clock is currently not early for me, but with everything going on, it's been the best time. Eventually, I would love to work into 6 a.m. and move it into a daily timeline. Um, yes, I wish everyone an amazing, amazing day, rest of the week. I will see y'all back here next Monday. Many blessings. Thank you for practicing. Thank you to myself for holding this space. Thank you to everyone who's here, whether you're here currently or here at a different time. And thank you to those who have supported me all the way up to here and through here and into the future. I appreciate all the love and support I've gotten just in my lifetime in general, and also all the people who did not support me. I'm grateful for all the things that led me to being here, all the things that I have, all the things that I did not have. I would not be here. The things that happened and did not happen. Very, very blessed and grateful. And yes, listening to what the love God is good for you. I am just so blessed and honored and grateful to be able to share what I have learned, to share a little bit about myself, to share my words, to share my wisdom, to share this space, to share time with everyone. I am also going to eventually start DJing some dance parties on the 20th of each month. So there will be a calendar of more things coming soon. Night nights. For now, this is breathwork, pranayama practice with Tanzao. My friend's name is Decolonize with Tea, and the whole intention behind it is that we are releasing our past, we are referring to the future, and we are uniting it with conscious so that we truly can change and bring heaven on earth. I do believe that it is possible as we are here to build together. I'm here for it. And yes, we will continue this. Great day.